Networking is the most critical component for any IT infrastructure. Networking is the fundamentals and the backbone for virtual machines, databases, applications, load balancers, etc. There are different situations where we need to manage the traffic between various entities. The traffic could be flowing between the virtual machines in the same subnet, or it could be between virtual machines in different subnets in the same virtual network. There will be data flow from the virtual machines to the internet, and then the communication between virtual machines using a VNet to VNet VPN. Not to forget, we may also have site to site and express route communication through the VPN gateway. All such kinds of communications that we just listed here are managed by something called as system routes. Azure uses system routes to direct network traffic between virtual machines, on premise networks, and the internet. Consider a virtual network with two subnets. Communication between the subnets and from the front end to the internet are all managed by Azure using the default system routes. Information about the system routes is recorded in something called as a route table. A route table contains a set of rules called as routes, and that specifies how the packets should be routed in a virtual network. Route tables are associated to subnets, and each packet leaving a subnet is handled based on the associated route table. Packets are then matched to routes using the destination. The destination in a network can be an IP address, a virtual network gateway, a virtual appliance, or even the internet. When the traffic is directed to a destination, if the matching in the system route is not found, then the packet is dropped. System routes are automatically created and managed by Azure. They are assigned to each subnet in a virtual network. You cannot create system routes, you cannot remove the system routes, but you can definitely override those system routes using something called as custom routes or user defined routes. Azure creates default system routes for each subnet and adds additional default routes to specific subnets or every subnet when you use specific Azure capabilities.